And don't even get me started about potential of this becoming a movie in less than a year of its start, especially because if you're considering this a dark romance, which I don't think you should, other dark romance books work because you're in the FMC's head, and a lot of the dub con, non-con scenes in the inner monologue, at the very least, she's kind of like, I shouldn't like this, but I kind of do. The FMC of this book, Adeline, especially in the first 90% of the first book, she's very adamant about not wanting any of what's happening to her, any of what Zayd is doing towards her, and I have no idea how they're gonna be able to. I don't think they're gonna be able to translate that to a movie in a way that doesn't absolutely destroy the very bad rap that dark romance already has. Also, side note, I was so surprised myself, but also the more I talk to people in my life that are readers, the more I understand how people don't understand how horrifically graphic and dark the scenes that are in this book are, but also the topics of conversation and how horribly they were explored or not explored at all. If you're gonna throw child trafficking, child pornography, and child assault in multiple scenes of her being raped, assaulted, and basically tortured with knives and blood play, that can't be just, oh, this is dark romance, he's a stalker and he gets the girl type of discussion. At the very least, be very adamant about how gory this was, which again just proves my point that it shouldn't be a dark romance, it should be erotic horror. I've spent days thinking about how this became this popular. I think the popularity came from the fact that when this came about, especially on BookTok, the dark romance was so new. Pitch black, morally great character getting the girl, him unaliving, providing her with the hands of a person that touched her and ended up being a horrible person. I feel like that does not make up for the fact that the dubcon and non-con scenes between the MMCs are not discussed at all, and the trauma that was included in this book for the first half of the second book was graphic and gory. And don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not the type of person that will say this should be banned in the most simplest ways. Tell me a time in history where the good guy was banning books. I think that's not the point. It has good potential, but it was just met with horrible execution. But anywho, let me know what you think. You did read and what you think about that, and also if I should read anything by her at all, or if the other books has the same type of writing, or if they get a little bit better. Okay, bitch, bye.